Let's go. All right, guys. Happy Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully you have some good food. You enjoy some green beer if that's your thing, or you eat some corned beef and cabbage. I actually love corned beef and cabbage. So if you guys have any leftovers, please let me know. So you guys, I'm coming to you excited, full of gratitude, full of energy. I'm ready to go full tilt. I want to first off welcome all of our guests. We have a few guests on the line here today that chose to come here as a spectator to see what this environment is all about. And for our guests on the line today, this is all about the collective wisdom. We come together, share thoughts, share ideas, and the hope is that we all grow and we share valuable things that are going to help one another. So that is the premise of these meetings. So let's get right into it. Who do we have? Where do we go? All right, Romel, your camera is on, big dog. I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Romel, you know how this goes. I'm going to have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful morning. Do your thing. We are here for this. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Romel Taylor, and he is going to bring us out on the field. So hit us with the big dog.
Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all had a great week. Just want to say, keep up the good work. Keep doing the things that are working for you. Stop doing the things that don't. Don't let fear drive you, and just push on through. And hope y'all have a great, productive weekend.
Ooh, you know what? I like this, Romel. Stop doing the things that are not serving you, because oftentimes we get trapped in doing the things that are truly, truly not serving us. We have distractions, we have time suckers, we have things that are not serving the cause, not serving our purpose, not serving our body, not serving our spirit. But for some reason, we succumb to that. So I think, Romel, that's a really, really powerful message for the day. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I have some notes here, some things that I want to cover. And let's just go full tilt and get right into this. Let me go back to this. All right, guys, I have a few questions for everybody today. Now, let me just get to my notes really quick. How many people, this will be good for me to get a quick understanding. How many people have their VTO with them, their Vision Traction Organizer, the one that you wrote your yearly goals on? How many of you have that sheet with you and that you reference that sheet frequently? How many of you have that right now? Please raise your hand just so I can get a good sense of who has that and what you guys are doing. Give me a raise of a hand if you guys have your VTO. How many people remember what the VTO actually is? All right, guys. All right, so Romel, tell us a little bit about your understanding of the VTO. I'm gonna get to my notes right now, and then we're gonna start rolling through this. What is your understanding of the VTO for the people that may not, and you should know what this is? Let's roll.
I just pick it up. So it's a 2-pager that basically outlines your goals and visions for the year. And it's also broken down by quarter. It also is a list of what's called your rocks. And those are basically your immovable, non-negotiable things that you want to get done, be it for your health, your business, your mental state, whatever those things are. Those are the things that you just don't compromise on. And then it's a list of your issues. So that's all the challenges that you may have that you need to try to deal with. But it's just a simple, straightforward business plan.
All right. So let me ask you, as we're coming into a new quarter and we're going to do this exercise together, what are some things that are going to be your rocks for this next quarter, seeing as we are just days away? Because what I want everyone to start doing is thinking about their business in 90-day segments. We're going to go further into this. So tell me right now, when you look at your business, what are some of the rocks that you have in your business? That's the immovable. Those are the things that are non-negotiables in your business over the next 90 days. Talk us through this.
So first is just showing up more in the office. So going to script role play every Thursday. Still showing up to the coaching. That's been kind of a solid thing for me, just as a fixed object. Come in and get some knowledge and also be inspired and share when I can. The other thing is to really get good at open houses, to start building my contacts. And then just getting better at understanding how to generate leads. I'm lacking in that right now. So that's a huge focus for me in the next quarter.
Okay, let me ask a question to everybody on the call. We have experienced agents, we have up and comers, and then we have brand new agents. How many people struggle with finding lead opportunities right now? Just raise your hand. All right, and then how many people have an active plan of how they're going to go out and get the leads right now? Please raise your hand. If you have an active plan, like you actually know what you're going to do every single day, there's no guesswork to it. Okay, cool. So let's do this, you guys. What I want you guys to do is I want you to focus on the next 90 days. So the dates are going to be, and we're just going to write this out together. I have some notes here, but for some reason I can't find what page it is on, so I remember all this. So let's do this. What I want you to do on your VTO, let me just share what this VTO is so you guys can see it one more time. Boom, bam. All right, cool. Can everybody see my screen? Cool, give me a thumbs up. All right, cool. So here's what I want you guys to think about. In this middle section here where you see rocks and it says future date, it says revenue, profit, measurables, and quarters, rocks for the quarter. What I want you to do is I want you to get very, very clear with how you're going to spend the next 90 days. So the future date is going to be the date of, let's just say, June 30th. So we're going to go March, April, May, oh no, May 30th, excuse me. May 30th, that is going to be your future date. Here's what you need to focus on is your rocks for the quarter. What I mean by that is what is the immovable for you over the next 90 days? I just want you to take 90-day chunk out of this. I'm not talking about your big long-term goal over the next year, but what I want you to do is get very, very clear on what's going to happen in your business over the next 90 days. For example, I want to do X amount of GCI over the next 90 days. What amount of deals does that equate to? What am I going to take home? Meaning, what kind of money am I going to make over the next 90 days? And knowing those numbers, what are the measurables for me? And I want to spend some time on measurables because I don't think that everyone is doing the best job at measurables. What are some measurables? When you're thinking about your goals for the quarter, what do you feel that are some measurables that you can look back and be like, okay, I'm inching, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer. You guys just open it up really quick, take yourself off of mute. When you think about your business right now, what are some of the measurables, things that you can look at and track and be like, okay, I'm doing a really good job, or I'm doing a shit job, I'm not really doing anything to drive my business. What are measurables? Share with me, you guys.
Shoot, the amount of content that we put out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so great thing. Amount of content, right? So Vernon, I know that you've been stepping up your content game. If you were to think about this over the next 90 days, starting from April 1st to April, May, sorry, I keep on mixing up the date, June 30th, what is your content goal for that next 90 days? Do you have that clear yet?
Yes.
Okay, share with us.
Posting something 5 days out of the week and interchanging between lifestyle, education, real estate, industry related education, and something else, right? Kind of mixing them up, but being more consistent with that. And then switching up the look of the presentation of how that looks. I'm stepping my game up in that area.
I love it. Now, are you going to create these videos on your own? Or are you going to schedule time to go into the fast booth? Like, what's that look like for you? For like,
I think a combination of both, because, you know, when I'm doing lifestyle stuff, whether it's my baseball life or my little mama's track life, I think that would be held, you know, I would do that myself. But for that professional look, I will be doing a lot of work in the booth at the headquarters or at the Walnut Creek office or the Fairfield office for that matter. And then having it edited through the resource that is provided for us on the team, which I haven't taken advantage of.
All right, so I love this. So stay with me, guys. So he has a rock of creating X amount of videos every single week. The measurable for him is the amount of content. He can see that. And also what he can start to do is he can start looking at the measurables in regards to how many DMs he's sending, how many people are engaging with this post, how many likes, how many views, and how many conversations that he started. Now, it's one thing to create content. What you guys want to do is you want to start getting engagement and you want to start conversations. You want to move those conversations from, yeah, you engage with me on social media. Now I'm moving it to a CRM to where I'm actually having some conversations about real estate. And so I like that, Vernon, and I like that for you. What are some other measurables that you guys can really look at over the course of the next 90 days to gauge if you are on track or if you're behind schedule? Share with me, guys. Go ahead and just take yourself off of mute. I'm looking for a page that I just had something really good for you guys, but go on. Who else has
offers written and listing appointments attended?
Okay, cool. I love that. I love that. Appointments attended, offers written, so you can start to see how many offers that you had to write with particular clients in order for you to get into contract. Obviously, listing appointments. What else, you guys? Start flowing. What are some other measurables?
Conversations,
Who is that?
Melissa.
Melissa. All right, so walk us through that.
Well, every day, like when we went through my numbers list, it was 5 conversations a day. And so, I mean, it has to be 5 meaningful real estate conversations per day for me to meet my goal.
Cool. And what is your plan to hit 5 conversations a day for the next 90 days, starting April 1st?
A combination of just following up on leads that I have, reaching out to new leads that come in. I circle prospect and calling expireds.
Beautiful. And is that in your calendar? You already know when, and that's already set and ready to go.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I love this. I love this. You guys, let's stay here for a second. So your measurables are things that you can actually look back and track and say, okay, I think I'm doing a really good job. And then if you're measuring it and you're tracking, then you can say, okay, these are the areas I need to improve. So stay with me, you guys. So my measurables are things that I can truly, truly look at. Now I think about my rocks. My rocks in my business are the immovable, because what happens oftentimes is that we try to do all the small things. How many people, and just be real with me, how many people have ever put off prospecting? Let's just be real. Has anybody ever put off prospecting? Oh my goodness. No way. Not realtors. You ever put off prospecting? No way. All right, guys, listen, it happens. So what I want you guys to do is say, okay, what are the immovables? Is I have to log a certain amount of prospecting time every single week, no matter what. And what I have to do is I have to become a master at all of my communication being done through Follow-Up Boss. The reason why having a CRM tracking every single conversation is you're able to look at how many times did I speak with Christy in order for me to get an appointment with her? What was all my communication? What was logged? How many times did I call, text, email? What hit? What got an open rate? What was something that I put together that I didn't know how it was going to land, but it landed really, really well, and it had a great open rate, had great conversation and dialogue. This is why running your business through your CRM is of the utmost importance. So perhaps one of your rocks for the next 90 days is making sure that you have a solid CRM, whether you're using KV Core, or you're using Real Scout or whatever, or excuse me, KV Core or Follow-Up Boss or whatever other CRM that you're using. But a rock is, no matter what, my operational efficiency says that if I'm going to have the conversations, if I'm going to make the connections, if I'm going to move them from DM to CRM, I need to have a system that's going to allow me to track all of that. Or else I'm just getting all these different lead sources and having, some decent conversations, but I'm not moving them through a funnel. So you guys, operational efficiency for the next 90 days, if you don't have it, make sure that your CRM is on point. Make sure that you have a follow-up system that is on point. By now, everyone on this call should have a system and a schedule and a structure. This is not public shaming. This is for you to get better and to help everybody. How many people are still not dialed in with their calendar? Please be honest with me. Raise your hand because I want to help everybody on this call. Raise your hand if you're still not dialed in with a calendar. Okay, we have like 2 honest people here, 3 honest people, 4 honest people. Okay, cool. Listen, you guys, I cannot stress how important this is for your mental health, because if you don't protect the one thing that we have, our energy, then you know what? Everyone's going to take that for you. And that is the quickest way to get burned out, because you don't have direction. You don't have structure. You don't know how you're spending your days. And oh my God, just take my energy. And then I am spent by the end of the day because I didn't do anything with purpose. You guys, an operational efficiency for the next 90 days needs to make sure you understand how you're utilizing your time every single day. So you dial in that and say, one of my rocks is I create a structure, a system that I stick to no matter what, hell or high water. That's an operational efficiency. Why? Because if you want to do 4 deals in this next quarter, 5 deals, 6 deals, whatever your number is, well, how are you going to get there if you don't have an operational efficiency that logs all of your communication? If you don't have an operational efficiency that allows you to understand how you're going to track your time and what you're going to do every day. You might get there by chance, you guys. Listen, you might get there, but you're going to have a better opportunity to get there if you're tracking and if you're looking at your schedule and you're knowing exactly. Here's what I want for you guys. The new quarter comes and you turn that calendar and you're like, all right, cool, I'm ready. My head is down. I know what I need to focus on for the next 90 days. It is very, very simple to break your business up into 90 days. When we're on our coaching call with our leadership coach, what is your guys' focus for the next 90 days? What is your guys' focus for this month, right? So we get very, very clear as a company what our focuses are. We're coming into some of our hottest months, you guys, hottest months. You guys think that you've seen an uptick in buyer activity over the last couple of weeks? Guess what? You guys are going to start getting super, super busy if you're doing all of the right things. So if you're going to get busy, you're going to have more conversations, you're going to be meeting more people. You need to get super, super organized right now, you guys, because this wave is not going to stop. This is our spring season going into summertime. The sun's going to be out. People are going to be out looking at home. You guys, this is an exciting time to be in real estate. But the last thing I want you to do is feel overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed because you're not planned, you're not scheduled, you're not disciplined. So an operational efficiency in a rock needs to mean that I have my CRM and I have my schedule on point. Before we go any further, Joellen, you had your hand up. Let's hear from you really quick, and I'm going to continue sharing my screen. Joellen, hit us.
Yeah, I want to say also, create a tracker for you and your lenders. So you don't have to call your lender every second, say, hey, did you talk to that person? What's the message? So I created a tracker now. So me and my lenders can communicate on each client. And they also know that speed to lead is a very big thing with me. And if I text them a lead, they need to answer it right away.
Beautiful. So what is the tracker that you're using right now?
Just an Excel spreadsheet.
Perfect. Perfect. You guys have an ability to also share as a collaborator on follow-up boss. There's many different things, but as simple as a spreadsheet, I absolutely love this. Let me go back to this VTO, you guys, so you guys can see this and stop me if you have any questions. So rocks for the quarter. I'm giving you examples. Yours could be a little bit different, right? But my rock is my operational efficiency of my CRM, operational efficiency of my calendar, making sure that I understand exactly what I'm doing. Understanding what my measurables and be able to look back and be like, damn, I'm not having enough conversations. I'm not going on enough appointments. I'm not showing enough homes to even get close to this goal. So you need to make sure that you have some rocks. Those are the big things that you're going to focus on. And then you're going to surround it with all the pebbles, all the sand, all the other thing to fill that space if your rocks are in a jar. But I also want you guys to write down in this next quarter, who is that person that I'm going to lean to help me, to have as my accountability homie, to support me, to make sure that we, for the next 90 days, are laser focused on what needs to happen in our life and business, right? Am I, as a rock, am I saying, no matter what, I'm working out 5 times a week because I know how that's going to affect my spirit, how it's going to affect my vitality, my energy. That is a rock for me. My rock is making sure that I have time for my fitness and I make no excuses, because if I don't start here, nothing else is going to come together. So you guys have to have a person who's going to be in your corner to make sure that they are holding you accountable and you're holding them accountable. And then you also want to look at the far right here and say, what are some of the issues that I might face right now? Maybe I'm not good at follow-up boss, right? I hear people say that. Maybe I'm not good at my calendar. Well, guess what? There's tons of videos out there that can help you with this. There is training, there is coaching. There are people that have a calendar right now that stick to it by the minute, by the hour, by the day. So don't give excuses to yourself of why you don't have a great follow-up system when you're not watching any videos to support your rock. So for rock is to say, I'm going to have a CRM that is on point, that I understand it. I understand my communication levels. Then spend the time researching, watching, playing around with Follow-Up Boss. You guys, Follow-Up Boss is actually a really great CRM if used appropriately. If you don't use it and you don't get in there and you don't play with the bells and whistles, then it doesn't really make sense. So what I want you guys to do today, and Judith, if you can, throw this Vision Traction Organizer in the chat below. That way people, if you don't have it, print it out, have it. You guys, mine is on my desk. It's right in front of me. I know where it is every single day. I'm not looking for it. I'm not trying to unpack it. I know exactly what our operational efficiencies are going to be every single quarter, and I want the same for you. Write this down, get very clear, share with accountability homie, and write down any issues that you might have. Best way to look at your issues is you identify the issues, you discuss that with your accountability homie, and then you simply solve it. It is really this simple. When you think about EOS, And if you haven't read the book before, you guys, we talked about this in November. It's Entrepreneurial Operating System, Gina Wickman. The book is phenomenal. It is a game changer. And this is how everyone should be running their business. 90-day sprints, 90-day sprints. Because what do we always say? The goal is the lagging indicator. That's the end of the year. I want to sell 15 homes. Okay, cool. Good for you. The leading indicator is all the things that you are going to be doing day in and day out. Those are the leading indicators, your action. So I want you to be clear on this. And I want to go back to this, you guys. I'm looking at our CSU tracker. And you guys, I got to tell you, if you guys are doing FastPass right now, and for the guests on the line, I'll explain what FastPass is. If you're doing FastPass right now, one of the requirements in order for you to ever receive any type of company generated leads, you have to track in CC for your first 30 days. So let's just go through this, you guys. And once again, I'm not public shaming. I'm just going to bring some awareness to everybody, because how can I truly, truly measure anything if I'm not tracking it? I'm just going by a whim. Let's take Cynthia, for example. Cynthia, and I ran this by the last, sorry, your eyes. I ran this for the last, cool. I ran it just for this month to keep it very, very simple. All right, let's look at Aaliyah right here. Aaliyah, just this month alone, she has a ratified contract. She's written 3 offers. She's worked 9 hours on her business. She's made 42 connections. She's worked 3 hours in her business. Let's see here. Minutes of talk time, 110 minutes. Omar, number of calls, 105. Cool, good job. Let's see, let's keep cruising through here. And Kosi, your boy's a workhorse, man. Look at this. 404 minutes talked. He's made 341 calls just this month alone. Let's do the math. If we do 341 divided by 17, your boy's making an average of 20 calls every single day. So check this out, you guys. Let's go to, oh, shoot, sorry. Reports, sorry, I jumped. And let's go back over here. Sorry about that. All right, we're gonna keep cruising. So when you look at this here, you guys, look at, we'll go back to Cynthia, and then I'm gonna stop. So check this out, Eric. Eric just had a baby. Eric is a top producer. He's been a top producer for 2 years. This dude knows how he's spending his time. Let's look at Tony. Tony is using Sisu at a very, very high level. So going through this, let's get to George Martinez. You guys see how much traction George has right now on social media. You see how his business has grown. But this dude is very, very particular with how he's spending his time and how he's tracking it. Let's go to Cynthia. Let's go to Anna Oliver, Cynthia Peterson. All right, so check it out. And now the month's just getting started, but she's already attended 11 appointments. Now, if you're going on a mass amount of appointments and you're not seeing the conversion, maybe it's something in your presentation. Maybe that gives you a sign of, all right, I'm doing a lot of first-time showings, but for some reason I'm not doing second showings. Maybe it's something I'm saying or not saying. You can really just dissect your business in ways that will give you a mirror to say, all right, wake up, Vernon. These are the things that you need to improve upon based on what the stats say about your business. The point behind this, you guys, is that you need to just spend the time. What I would do every single day, at the end of the day, I would go in here and I would put log Sisu, 15 minutes at the end of the day, 6 to 6:15. It is literally that simple. Because what you want to do is if you have a rock that you said, that's my immovable, that's what I'm going to focus on over the next 90 days, then this needs to be part of it. Because what is the worst that's going to happen? What is the worst that's going to happen? The worst that's going to happen is that you have a measurement of your success. And the best thing that's going to happen is that you're able to truly, truly analyze everything that you're doing in this business. We're not doing this business by chance, you guys. This is calculated moves. You have this amazing program and platform that literally takes you 5 to 15 minutes every single day. I'm sharing this with you guys because we're coming up on a new quarter. If you didn't have a good start, let me ask you a question. I'll just be real with everybody. How many people hit their goal for quarter one? Please raise your hand if you hit your goal for quarter one. Okay, Otis, Vanessa, Joellen, congratulations, great job. There's some other hands. I see other people nodding. Okay, For the people that didn't raise their hand if they hit their goal, did you do everything within your power to hit your goal? Everything. Often, I appreciate the honesty, Vernon, thank you. And I see other people shaking their head. No, here's the thing. We're not doing every single thing, because if we did, then we'd see the results, right? For whatever reason, we allow things to block us. You guys, this is a time you say, you know what? It was a rough first quarter. I made some excuses. I didn't show up. I didn't do the things. I didn't make the video. I didn't make the calls. I didn't track anything. I wasn't fucking running a business. I wasn't running a business in quarter one, but you know what? I'm fired up. I got Safia, I got Kim, I got Nias. We're going to team up. That's going to be my accountability person. And we're going to focus on a 90-day sprint. And together, we're going to get better and make sure that we have the best quarter, because you set up for a great quarter this next Q2. You walk into Q3 with momentum. It's an amazing time, summertime, people are out, activities. You probably want to go on a vacation. And guess what happens in quarter four? That's family time. That's when the holidays come around, right? So start thinking about the actions that you do today can lead you to have an amazing Christmas season, a holiday season with your family. I'm thinking down the road. I'm getting married in October and I'm taking 2 weeks off, you guys. And that's scary to me because I don't take that much time off. But I'm doing things now that are going to put me in a position to be able to go and enjoy and relax and spend that time. I'm going to have to spend a little extra money because my family's here and I want to get them a cool place and all these things, right? So I'm thinking long term. So what I want to do, you guys, is I want you to start thinking, how can I create the best quarter two for my business? And hopefully this call is a wake up. It's a wake up. I don't want you guys to come to coaching. And here's the thing. I don't want you to come to coaching if you're not going to fucking do things with it. I don't want our time to be spent in vain. I love you guys too much for you guys not to take the action. And I'm going to apologize to everybody. If you've been on these calls and you haven't decided to take action, then I've fallen short and I haven't done my best job as a leader and a coach. So if you need more things from me, if you need more additional help, you just let me know and I'll be here for you. But I think this is the time where we wake up and say, you know what? Q2 is right around the corner. I can really set my entire year up. I know people in this business that in 3 months out of the entire 12 months of the year made 180 G's in 3 months. 3 months. I know agents on the team right now that didn't sell shit for 6 months. 3 months, they killed it. 2 weeks, they went on vacation. There's agents in our environment right now, but it's up to you guys. And it's all rooted in action. So if you guys need help with VTO, if you want to dive into VTO one more time, let me know, but I want this to be a constant. We're going to come back to this. I want you guys to move your business in 90-day increments. Because when you think about the big picture, it can get really, really overwhelmed. I want you guys to be whelmed. I want you to be whelmed. I want you to be conscious. I want you to be alert. I want you to be aware. I want you to be super, super focused. There's tons of shit that you're wasting your time on in this business. Tons. And you're wasting time on things that aren't rocks. And you're allowing your rocks not to get the love and attention that they need. Your videos, your content, your prospecting. You spend time on things that are not important. Good morning, son. I love you. You spend time on things that are not important. So if the message sounds a little bit different today, you guys, it's because I love you. And I want to see you guys have a remarkable, not okay, I want you guys to have a remarkable quarter two. So with that said, I want to open up the mic, you guys. These calls are about action. So I want to hear over the last week, who took some massive action in their business? What's something that they did, saw, converted for an appointment, went on a buyer's appointment, wrote an offer, got a listing agreement signed, launched an event, went to an event, learned some things, whatever it is, you guys, this is our share opportunity. We have about 20 minutes. So raise your hand. Joellen, she's always speaking on group coaching, and I appreciate that, but I want to see more of your guys' hands up. So action, let's hear Joellen and let's go.
Super excited. Teaming up with Christina and Daniela. Got 2 listings this week in Sacramento.
Yes. Okay. So how? So how?
Just being in a relationship with them. You know what I mean? Like talking to them, supporting them, just building relationships with them. And then now like we're teaming up. So yeah.
I love it. And Joelle, let me ask you this. How are you tracking all these conversations that you're having? Like, how are you staying on top of all this? Because you're super, super busy. So how are you doing that for the people that don't know?
I literally had, oh gosh, I had 3 buyer appointments this week, 2 listing appointments. I'm tracking with Sisu and also my spreadsheet that I'm using. But you guys, I'm telling you, Nextdoor, I'm killing it. I got literally like 15 leads off Nextdoor and 5 buyers already pre-approved from Nextdoor.
I love
So
it.
please use it.
And look at this. So Joellen's in here. She went on 11 buyer showings. You know,
Got contract.
say again?
Got into contract.
Got into contract, and she's still spending the time. You can see that she's had the conversations, the hours working in her business, that's income producing activities. And you guys can see that Joellen is making progress, because where she is right now, she wasn't here last year, you guys, I promise you.
No.
She was starting out, she was moving from Concord up to Sacramento, but you guys have seen it week in and week out, the small things that she's doing that have been marginal increases in her business, and look at the results of it. So great job, Joellen. Anything else on the subject?
No, that's it. But use Nextdoor.
Use Nextdoor. I love it. Who else, you guys? Who else wants to share about some massive action that they took in this last week and they want to share with the rest of the group? And feel free, guys, and listen, maybe that action was you got to work out 5 times, you meditated, something that is improving the quality of your life. Nias, let's go.
Yeah, I just started tracking more in Susu, and I'm a follow-up boss. Just, really dialing into it. Like I said, I was going to be doing. I wish you would have brought my screen up because I want to actually see what that looked like. It looked pretty cool, but I still have some blanks in it that I need to be able to fill in. And I forget who it was that was on there. Was it Wednesday? That was saying what she does is she uses the follow-up boss to be able to kind of usually have the checkoff mark thing to be able to kind of handle some of your assignments, but. This week, I've been really kind of dialing into, I created a video for Cal Halford, the new program that's getting ready to roll out. And I'm just really dialing into my follow-up boss and making that be my excuse to be able to call them and let them know about the new program rolling out. And since then, I set up 3 buyer appointments.
Wow, congratulations, bud. It's not reflected right now in your CSU, so I would spend some time going back in here because I'm hearing it, I'm seeing it. Congratulations. But there's not much stuff tracked in here. Yeah, so I would just go in there, refresh that, but it sounds like you have some momentum.
I've been putting a bunch of things inside those boxes. It's not showing?
Not on my end, but if it's on your end, hey man, I believe you.
All right, yeah, we gotta get that right.
I believe you. I just refresh my screen here. Let's see if anything else comes up. Let's see. Not yet, but it's okay, man. It's okay.
Right,
I believe you. Here's the thing, you guys, a couple things that are happening right now. We talked about this the other day. If you guys aren't having the conversation about what's happening with SVB Bank as well as Silvergate, there's a window of opportunity there for you. And when we think about where the market is, interest rates have came down. They are slated to go back up May, June, and July. This is a small window of opportunity once again. And if you don't think consumers are a little confused, a little worried about what's actually going on right now, the bailouts of the bigger banks and what's happening, you guys need to really understand what's going on right now and articulate it in a way that consumers can connect with. It's really important. You guys all have a vantage point, like Lizette. Lizette speaks Spanish. I don't know if I've seen anybody speak Spanish about what's happening with the banks, right? Well, cool. Like now it's from somebody that I actually get and understand because it's in my native language. So tons of opportunities out there. If it's just a green screen, like, hey, you guys, I want to share, like what Ophelia did the other day. I want to share with you what this actually means and how this is not going to impact you. And we are not heading for a doom and gloom. Let me share with you, right? Let me share with you the reality of what this is and how that does not impact you as a buyer right now, rather opens up opportunities. So watch this video and like lead in with that. There's a huge opportunity for you guys and do it in your way, right? Do it in your way. Wanda Hayes, let's hear from you. Action. What are some things that you've taken in this, or what action have you taken in this last week that you want to share with us on the call?
Hello, everybody. So last Saturday, I had open house on a listing that I got way back in February, but it's probate. So they took a long time to get it ready and it was barely ready, but I just went ahead and had the open house. And it had been pouring, raining on my way there. And I just started praying in the car, Lord, when I get to San Jose, let the rain stop. And right when I pulled into San Jose, the sun started shining and not one drop of rain fell during the 3 hours of open house. I got probably about 25 groups through. I got three or four leads that were all pre-approved for 800,000. And I set a offer deadline for that Monday, and I was expecting way more offers than I got, but people had been making preemptive offers leading up to the open house that we rejected for different reasons. Even though they weren't bad offers, they just wasn't what the seller wanted to make them go preemptive. And so we didn't get the multiples I thought we were going to get. And I thought the house was going to go for much more than it went. So when we got this offer that wasn't really that great, even though they were putting a good down payment, I started calling all my investors, seeing who wanted to come in and get it. And I ended up double ending it at the last minute, a quarter to the deadline, 4:45. I'm trying to just sell it myself. And so I found an investor that came in. So right now it's pending. It just went pending to a day before yesterday. And then yesterday I had a listing appointment. I went out to Antioch and went on a listing appointment, and I got the listing. It was a past client that I sold the home to 15 years ago. But as soon as I went in her house, 5 minutes into her house, inspecting it, my breathing started changing and I didn't know what was going on, but I was reacting. I have a history of asthma. I don't have chronic asthma, but I can be exposed to something I'm allergic to and just go into an acute asthma attack. Something in her house was, hitting on my lungs, and I didn't know what it was. I didn't see no carpet, no animals in there. So I said, something in here I'm allergic to. I need to go outside and clear my lungs. I stepped out for a few minutes to clear my lungs, and I felt a little better. I came back, finished inspecting the house. I went into a back bedroom where there was a lot of storage stuff.
Yep.
And my breathing went from 0 to a 10, and I had to go back outside. I told her to get me a paper bag. I didn't have an inhaler with me. And long story short, I said, I need to get to a medical facility right away. She said, it's a Kaiser around the corner. I said, let's go. She said, you want me to drive? I said, no, let's go. Just hop in the car. So we're flying around there to the medical facility. It was a non-emergency center, but I thought they would give me an inhaler because it's in my profile. They wouldn't give it to me. They said, you have 0 refills. We need a doctor's approval. Just go sit over there. They said, we'll try and get somebody to help you. They put a stat call out. I can't breathe. And I'm in the Kaiser Medical Facility in Antioch in acute breathing. And they said it's lunchtime and all the doctors and nurses are gone. I sat there 30 minutes. When I totally couldn't breathe, I told the guard, I said, I can't breathe. She said, well, you can dial 911. I said, could you dial 911? I ended up in an ambulance on my listing appointment with my client at the medical facility.
So I guess I'm glad you're okay. We're all wondering, did you get the listing signed?
I did. And so I told her, before I come back down here, you've got to get the contaminated stuff out of there. What it was, she said she had a storage that caught on fire, and she brought all the things she could salvage from that storage facility back to that house. And she doesn't live in the house. It's empty, but she goes there once a week. And so the house was closed up with all this smoky, contaminated stuff. And that's what it was.
Well, Wanda,
I
we're
was
so,
allergic to the fire
and I
smoke.
don't want to cut you off, but I'm so glad that you're okay. And I'm so happy that you got the listing and that you're okay. Pack that inhaler with you, so if this ever happens again. But congratulations on your success. Congratulations on the momentum that you have. I'm going to turn the mic over to Lizette. Lizette, let's hear from you. What did you do in this last week that led to massive action success?
Yes, good morning, my beautiful team, and happy Friday, everyone. So I have been having a really hard time with, one of my rocks, and that's my scheduling. My day-to-day has been like chaotic. Every day is different. And that has been affecting how I move forward. So I have been trying to figure out, okay, how can I find structure? I have all these amazing people on my team that are super structured. Who can I reach out to? And I actually opened up your Fast Pass email, Elias, and I found some really good gems. You probably can't see on my scratch here, but I printed out the first week for the Fast Pass, and oh my God, has it given me some direction on what my day-to-days should look like and basically help me focus. So because of what week one consists of, I have really started to focus on my learning, meaning actually watch the videos and start implementing those videos. I did broker tour this week. I hit up Danville broker tour. It was amazing. Some beautiful homes. I've done content every single day since I've pulled out or started doing this Fast Pass. So basically this is giving me the direction that I need. There's this wonderful, and I recommend everyone start reading it. It's the Sales Mastery. Oh my gosh, Elias, there's a lot of things that you say on here that I'm just like, what is he talking about? Yes. Where do I find this? And
for everyone on the team, you guys, that's in Slack. This should be folded up in your back pocket like your rhyme book. And you should just whip this out and be like, oh, okay, I like that. I love it.
Facts, because there's some really good gems in this mastery. And one of the things that I started to focus on this week is actually calling all my leads on Follow Up Boss on a consistent basis, right? And some of these leads are my own leads, but some of them are not my own leads. And those are the ones that I always have a hard time tackling. And these scripts have been amazing. I did get a referral this week. Yay. So I got a new client. I also put in an offer, which unfortunately I just got the rejection on, but that's okay.
All right. You're right. You're writing. That's a good sign.
Right. So my biggest take for everyone is if you're having a hard time right now figuring out what your schedule should look like, then open up Elias's Fast Pass, challenge yourself, do it. The gems that he has provided in the next 4 weeks for you are amazing. And I actually just opened it on Wednesday, Elias, and from Wednesday to today, Tuesday, excuse me. So from Tuesday to today, I've been really sticking to what you're asking of us. And it's only Friday and I already feel like a world of a difference in structure. So
I love it. I love it.
So thank you.
And here's the thing, you guys. The Fast Pass is not just for new agents. Lizette's not a new agent. It's for agents that say, you know what? Some of it's for new agents in order for them to get company generated leads, but it's an ability for you to say, okay, how am I actually spending my time and how am I breaking up my time? Now, obviously, as you get busier, you have escrows you're managing, things will start to compile, but you need to break your business into lead generation, coaching, education, and then admin time. And making sure that you understand what is happening with your week. And so I absolutely love that, Lizette. There was a time that I didn't have discipline. There was a time where I would just go about the day. And so things have changed over the course of the last few years. And so I'm so glad that you shared that and that it's working for you. I have a question for everybody, and you guys can write this down or come back to the video. From April 1st to June 30th, Q2, what is your directional focus, right? We talked about your rocks. What rocks are you going to have in place? Who will support you? Meaning, who's that person going to be? But I want you guys to ask yourself this question and get very, very clear with this answer. Who will be impacted by the result of my success in Q2? Who will be impacted by the result of my success in Q2? Does that mean that you have now some extra scratch to go take your kids down to Disneyland? Does that mean that you get to take that girls' trip to wine country? Does that mean that you get to pay down some debt? Does that mean, I don't know, does that mean shop for a new car? Like, I don't know what that looks like for you. But not only having the rocks, knowing the things that you need to do, operational efficiencies, and the things that you need to do, but who will be impacted by the result of your success? I absolutely love that question, because now you start to think like, wow, if I was able to take my kids to Disneyland in July, do you think that they would remember that? You think that they would remember that for the rest of their lives? Most likely they will. If you ask your kids what they got for Christmas when they were 7 years old and what presents were underneath the tree, I promise you they don't remember. But what they remember is that time that you were able to spend with them and the experiences that you made with the kids. Think about that. And if you don't have kids, then use it for a different context, but who will be impacted by the result of your success? Yeah. Yes, son. You can't. It's okay. Say hi to everyone really quick. Yeah, she'll put it on for you. Can you say hi to everybody really quick? Say, I love you guys. Say, have a wonderful day. Say, crush it.
Crush it.
Say, you are the king of the forest. Okay. All right, cool.
You say.
No, because I am the king of the forest. Okay, go. All right. So that's Silas for the people that don't know. Silas, I'm getting him into the Wizard of Oz, and he's never even seen it, but he's already role-playing the Wizard of Oz. But anyways, it's the cutest thing ever. Nicole Penland, if you can contribute, I'm going to ask you if you can try to stay in one spot so it doesn't break up. I know you're moving around and it's loud in the gym.
Let me stand over here by the wall.
Yeah, what's your contribution?
As far as I was saying, as far as massive action, so since November, I lost the after-school care for my youngest. So I don't know if y'all know, but I always have my kids with me, but I've had them with me even more. And I'm a big fan of the Boys and Girls Club, but my youngest wasn't old enough. But this week, my gift of gab, because I have a listing appointment today, but I managed to get her to let the little man come with his big brother, because at first I could only drop off Nico, and I would just be toting Nolan with me everywhere. And he's like, "Are we almost done? How many more meetings? Wow, how many houses?" So now he gets to go too, so my evening can get back to touring property. So I'm very excited.
Awesome. So if I'm hearing correctly, I want to make sure I understand the point, is that the massive action was that you got more daycare? I guess I missed the point there. Yeah?
Pretty much, yeah, after school care, because after the AFC at the school is always full. And I had someone that was keeping Nolan, but they had a grandbaby in November, so they weren't available anymore.
Yeah.
So he's been like hanging with me, and this kind of slows you down, a little bit, especially like in the evening.
Yeah.
But now I can get back full throttle, so I'm really excited about that.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys, let's start to unpack some of this. Obviously, you guys have some things to do. You guys have some work to do. Like I said, some of you guys are thinking about the work that you need to do. Some of you guys are in a perpetual state of thinking rather doing. What I want you guys to do is just get in the habit. Say, you know what, I'm gonna take some swings. I'm gonna create some videos. Is it gonna hit? I don't know, but I'm just gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna keep on trying. I'm gonna keep on trying. As you walk into Q2, I want you guys to be crystal clear. What are my rocks? What are the operational efficiencies? What are the things that I need to put into place that are going to support my goal of 4 transactions for the next 3 months? Right? I think that's a reasonable goal. If you get 4, 8, 12, 16 deals throughout the year, that's an actually solid year, an average price point of 750. You've made a really, really good income for the year. And some of you are going to blow that number out of the water. So the point is, I want you guys to get very focused right now. Business planning shouldn't be done once a year. Business planning is a constant check-in to make sure that you are on track. What I want everyone to do today, put it in their calendar to track and Sisu. Listen, that's not for me. That's not for Kenny. We can see the numbers because we have admin access. That is not for us. That is for you guys to be able to look at your business in a completely different way. So make a commitment to yourself that you are going to track and Sisu every single day. Also, be able to, and when you track and you don't have nothing to put, that should be a conversation you have with yourself. Like, oh, dang it, Elias, I didn't do anything today. I thought I did a lot. I actually didn't do anything that's going to move my business forward. I did a bunch of busy work. I cleared my inbox. I got to 0. I did that, but I didn't really do anything else. So let's just be real in Q2. We'll go around the room. Let's do a couple key takeaways. We're actually going to end 3 minutes early today and get ready for another call, but let's do this. Go around the room. Chris B, let's hear from you. Key takeaways from our time together today. Chris Marcenas, let's hear from you, big dog.
Yeah, takeaways just to what I got is I'm gonna start doing it. I haven't been doing the Sisu and keeping track of stuff. I've been busy working, but not keeping track, and I'm seeing how it's improving everybody else's. So I'm gonna make the commitment. I'm gonna get Sophia today and be like, let's do the Sisu thing. So that's kind of what I got out of it today. And yeah, just keep track of my activity and just keep it pushing and
Chris,
have them conversations.
I want to challenge you, bro, because you have more experience than most of the people on the call today. And what you have, and now that you're working with Sophia, is that you have a proven strategy of things that you have done time and time again with consumers to help them sell their homes, to help them buy their new homes, and to work with investors. That story and those proven processes need to be documented. All right, guys, I'm gonna share with you 3 things that you need to do right now if you're searching for a home between 600 and 700,000 in the Sacramento market. Watch this, right? You have knowledge that you're not sharing with the world, and you have gained after all these years of experience. So what I would do is I would start unpacking all of your proven processes, all the things that you do, have won hundreds of offers over the years, have listed tons and tons of homes. Write those proven processes down and start creating some dope videos on that, man, because that is going to lead for you to get more deals. I promise you. I promise you.
Challenge accepted, brother. I got you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's go over to Vernon. Vernon, key takeaways from our time together today, big dog. Let's hear from you. You're still muted, bro.
Man, you already know. Love the sessions. Nothing different. This one was good for me because it punched me in the chest in terms of the things that there's a reason why I didn't accomplish my goals for Q1. Although I did move into the first quarter with momentum, I became distracted by life circumstances, and I hate not making my goals. I'm just a very goal-oriented person. So this at the 17th of the month this is perfect timing for me to ramp up and focus up, and really get to put some application to this stuff, man, because I'm destined to ball, but you got to work for it. And so thanks for the reminder.
We're gonna let that lion roar, brother. We're gonna let
that
go, man.
I'm learning how to allow him out the cage in a different way, right? and so I'm in the process. It's coming together. And
that's right, brother. Well,
I need these from time to time. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm always here for you guys. So let's close out with one of our guests, Safia Hayes. You're here as a guest today. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. Safia, being your first Keep It Moving group coaching as a guest, what were some of your takeaways in our environment? Go ahead and share with the group.
I love everything. Just to keep track of your daily routine and, all the people that you talk to, that's a good takeaway. Yeah, I like how everything, stay organized. You have to have a routine. I think the routine is very important, to even just be, yourself and pretty much tackle the next quarter, stay on routine.
That's right. Well, Safia, I look forward to further conversations with you. Appreciate you being here as a guest, you guys. So listen, it's St. Patrick's Day. Go out and get lucky. And I'm not meaning that. I'm saying go and get lucky with your business. Make your own luck. Have some fun with it. Go out and create some cool content. There's just so many opportunities for you guys. But like I always say, you got to choose that. Melissa, I will see you back here in 2 minutes. Everybody else, thank you for being here. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.